Coach, it is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, that 380!
Mark 54! Hey, 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 hey!
Alpha!
Deuce!
Hey! I-7!
Motion.
Topper!
Shoot!
Hey, check it!
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Shit!
Hey, 66!
Now Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
36!
Sony Michel, his first carry, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
49, check 49!
Back! Watch the motion!
Hey, 1 set! Check Mike 54! Alert!
Shotgun now for Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Strip that ball.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 26, check 26.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
52. Let's put him on the buses. That's
72.
From the gun, it's Brady. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
At the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is White on the screen. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 58, right there. Five wide. Patrick, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Alert.
Watch the ship.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, 17 George, watch 17.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep. 56.
I got him. That's me.
Allen now throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Allen. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle made by Patrick Chung. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man. It's Eifert. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check 24. Switch. Check. Mike's 54.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front, And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get past me.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, I'm coming. Check three. Here we go. We're in.
Brady gives this to White. And an alley to run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Wait, set. Ready?
54. Mike 54. I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike 54.
Check it.
Mike 54.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey, hey.
On first down, Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wait, set.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Brady gives to Michelle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. And the grab by Croft. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Wait, set. Down 80. Down 80.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Alert flow.
Regular.
Hey, Mike 52. We don't want this.
380. Hey.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Watch the pass.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Watch QB drop.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Brady now on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Edelman was the intended target.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check, check. First down. First down. 58, boys, 58.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half and some of these shorter games.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill, kill, kill. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Motion, motion, motion. Shadow.
Brady going to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Go, go.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Check, 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 check. 52's the mic.
Shadow.
Hey, let's get off the field.
72.
From the gun, Brady. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Go, 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 go.
Sugar, sugar.
Check that, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Got to do better.
Hey, 66.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Wait, that 53.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Rip.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
On first and 10, here's Brady. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Wait,
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alabama.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Bravo.
What you got, heavy?
Ready, hit.
The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Cooks. Throwing is Allen on third. Aguilar has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Allen now on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
He's crashing.
Check 15, check 15.
Johnson on the counter. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
At the 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To the air, Allen. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep winging it. I'll just figure there's something.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Extra point try for Gostkowski. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check 24, watch 24. Alert! Quick edge. Come. SOS. Hey, home. Kill.
Watch twins.
Got that!
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Nickel Roby brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Bound to lose one. Alert! 54. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing now is Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Brady. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Brady, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alert! And watch your leg. 25, check 25, check smooth. Check nickel. Regular.
On 2nd and a couple, Brady. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Mike, set. 380. Mike, 5-4. You're not ready. Sled. 54.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
It's coming again.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Tight. Middle.
Check 31.
General West.
Check 4.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Going up top for Kupp. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
after the penalty. It's Smith. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tim Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Just like that.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Zerline good with a PAT as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming, baby, Woo! 50.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Out. Sponge. No. Slam. Check. Safe. Rip. Check.
Hey, check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Motion, pop. 53, Linda! Hey, Foxtrot.
52, right 52. Watch the curls. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Brady uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. New England on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be third and forever.
Check. Crunch. Alpha.
Shotgun now for Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And it has to drive a coach crazy.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
New England on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Sugar.
Brady now going to leave it with Michelle on the draw. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down, L.A. Throwing on first down is Allen. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Hey, what's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ozzy.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw, Brady. Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Hey, exit.
Right there, 54, right there, right.
Let's go on. No, 66.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, what's up? Rip.
To throw is Brady. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's another Patriots.
380.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, Delta.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Hey, 66.
54. Rip right. Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Hey, what's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, DB.
Hey.
Brady to throw. They still can't get it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Wait, that wide 80.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Come on, D.
Oh, a quarterback sneak on second down. The sneak good for 2, but it's still going to set up a third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Wait, 20. Go Bandit.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Come on. You better. Hey, wahoo. Easy.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, G. Right there.
72.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for N'Keal Harry. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This to almost certainly win the football game.
52-yard attempt.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Going up top for Kupp. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make him play on the football.
Got his man. It's Eifert. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And this This will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Los Angeles, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for New England, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching.